while we're at it, let's, I don't know. We're going to lose so many subscribers in here. So sorry, people.
I think most people know.
No, they have to know. There should be a disclaimer though, like when I think I'm gonna make a couple of videos using that Loom, so when people sign up, they can click the link,
It's a warning.
and it'll be like, before
we
you
are
sign
not
up, a couple things to go over. One, we have a wide range of political beliefs, everything from conservative to Canadian socialists. Good luck.
And we find a happy medium, and we're all gonna make money together. We're all gonna climb this mountain together. We don't care. But it might.
On my screen, real quick, look how much ask is on the book on Andy right now.
Whoa!
All the ask. The most ask. The most ask.
All the ass is on the book.
Dude, Jared made me laugh so hard because he got me with the Nate Bargatze. Have you watched Nate Bargatze?
No.
Dude, comedian.
We actually did watch that.
Nate
We
Bargatze.
watched some of that. He's pretty
He's
good.
hilarious. I already got tickets for him when he comes to Jacksonville next year, or this year.
It doesn't sound to me that way.
Or no, setting wrong. Setting wrong. Settings.
I know. Every morning I just
I
gotta
hear
go
you.
through every fucking ticket
All
and
right,
do it.
little bullish. See, stupid setting.
The other one didn't make sense. Just looking at the orders on the book, it looks kind of balanced.
You know what? You and you're making sense. I'm just kidding. All right, so dang it, that's annoying, man. Come on, Toss, can I get a setting saving?
It was a default or something.
Brutal. I've got decisions to make, and I need to make them quickly. Wow. Amazon looks bullish. See where we were talking about the ES? What did we say? Look bullish, right? What's it been doing? So, I mean, I'm just really trying to lean more towards the book, man, whenever I'm doing this thing. Like, just keeping in mind, like, if I'm trying not to get better at not fading books. Like, when you see the book is bullish, if I can't get long, I just try not to mess with it. Because it's just, I've found it to be so much more difficult to time fades than just, if it's going long, wait till it to get into the right level, and if it doesn't, then screw it, just don't trade it.
So we had Fett Waller speaking. I didn't realize, but he said some good stuff too. So that's probably where the market's going up. He said, "I don't expect tariffs to have a significant impact on inflation."
My guy.
And then jobless claims came out quite a bit lower than expected. So yeah, it's driving the market up on positive news.
Maybe we just do the rangy day. I mean, we should short around R3 on everything, so we could do a little bit of a rally. We have ATR highs on a lot of the tech tickers will be just above R3 as well.
Dude, any other good speakers today? Let me look. No, but we do have crude oil inventories at 10:30, which says it's a red letter. What's your experience with that, Thor? Is that a big mover?
I have seen crude move on inventories. Sometimes it normally doesn't affect the market very much, but I have seen crude dance a bit, and sometimes it will affect tickers that have logistics concerns. So like including certain durables as well, like gold and silver, because the cost to mine them is highly dependent on the cost of crude. So there are times where you can see some reaction in precious metals and like companies that do like cargo freight line companies and stuff like that.
Like maybe even Amazon, huh?
Amazon certainly, Exxon Mobil, those kind of tickers can.
Oh yeah, XOM.
Yeah. I used to back in the day when I was a crazy person.
Remember trade XOM and what was the other one? Boyle.
Ooh, I like Nvidia. Look where after that big sell yesterday, R3 on Nvidia's wide range comes in right at the ATR high.
Beautiful.
I mean, like within 20 or 30 cents, that'd be a really nice spot. See if it goes up and tags ATR, sets up, get the fade right back down to monthly R3. We're right at January monthly R3 right now. Look at that sell day yesterday on this thing, man.
Yeah, I think it hit all-time highs and it just sold off hard from there.
Yeah, just devastation. Complete.
I was thinking about selling my Nvidia yesterday, but I'm just gonna hold. It's a
So
long-term
this was
play.
the thing here. So when we were looking at SPY, we had this engulfing bar here. Like, this is so predictable in hindsight, and I want y'all to see why. I mean, luckily, I was calling this a couple days ago in the BBT room as well as in here. But we were talking about how this engulfing on the SPY was on really low volume.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it, so it was on like 31% volume on it, you know, of the average volume. Then on this day, we gapped, pushed up, and I made a comment in BBT when we were right around here, like, because it was a pre-market move. And then we started to sell. And I even remember saying, like, man, this thing is just moving so far on low volume. Sure enough, we opened, went all the way up here, and then the volume hit from up here near 600. And look where high we got, right in front of 600, right? And then started selling hard, and the volume actually came in. We sold all the way down to here, bounced and closed, gapped, squeezed. I think we swept pre-market high. Because you know how it does, right? We tend to sweep. If we can't sweep the high of previous day's high or previous day's low, then we'll probably sweep pre-market high or pre-market low. We swept pre-market high, which was just under R3. And then, I mean, just it kicked in with the news. So now we're going to gap back. And that's the other thing I still got to figure out on equities. How the heck do I get pre-market onto the daily chart? It just won't do it. And I wish it would. But oh well. So I don't know if I got a lot. I like kind of NVIDIA right now. I think I'm going to keep it lean, like NVIDIA, SPY, QQQ, and
So if you look at NVIDIA, so the R3 at 145, but if you look at the order book, it's kind of lean for 145.
good. We want it to be pretty lean because this is going to be a trend continuation play on a longer term trend, right? So we want it to get up right around this area. And we want it to be pretty low.
Looks like.
No, you usually have like an order upside. Like for me, like it's kind of dark between 143 and 145.
Yeah, they'll tier if they want to. They'll tier some orders in before they get there. If it's meant to be. I mean, if it doesn't get there, it doesn't get there. So yeah, I mean, it will be. Look at it, see? 144, and then 145. There's a real big order right there at 145. So as they're approaching this, they'll add orders in here if they intend to go to 435. If they don't make it, then they could just sell. If they sell, there's no play on it. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't, if they sell first and sell hard, yeah, I mean, maybe it bounces down here around S3, I guess, maybe. But I wouldn't be willing to play that. If anything, it could just go into some kind of wild counter trending breakdown at that point. So if they're really going to hold this in range, you can already see how our ATR is flagging the support and resistance on the wide range. So we should see a movement to R3 if they're going to rally first. If not, like I said, they'll probably pick it up around S3. But if it comes off of S3, there's very low stat that it'll go to R3 afterwards. If it goes to S3, it'll probably just bounce here and close low, somewhere around PVC and not really. But yeah, the order book, certainly doesn't look like it's, we got to wait and see if it goes up there. And if it goes up there, then we can make some decisions on it. But right now, the reason I think it has a shot there is most of the market still looks relatively bullish. But everything else switches, not switching stuff. So Tesla. See, Tesla is a little bullish too. We just don't have, but we have some buying volume too. So, yeah, I like this one for potential short too. Cool. All right, we got options.
Hey Leslie, I heard back from Top Step. They said, after their thorough professional analysis, they determined that the problem was on my end. So, sorry. Out of luck.
What was the problem?
I had about 8 to 10 minutes of lag on my Ninja charts yesterday.
What was causing it, do you know?
I'm just gonna do a complete uninstall and reinstall and not put any, previous backups. Just build everything from scratch.
Okay.
Is that actually what you think caused it?
I really thought it was probably on my end from the beginning. I just wanted to, torture him a little bit. I don't know.
Well, but I mean, make sure run your task manager or something as you're going and see what happens, because there's a lot of things that can cause that kind of response. Like for instance, if the platform's trying to trying to send an acknowledgement back and forth between the data stream and those packets aren't lining up, then the platform will just seize basically, because it can't proceed without the necessary information. So data lags. So what I'm saying is it could have been like a moment, make sure it happens over multiple days, because it could have been literally like your ISP or something could have had an issue with a router, and it was actually sending broken packets, or not all of the data was, continuity was intact, making it back and forth between.
This is at least the second time this is happening, and Leslie's had it happen. And also, I also run Thinkorswim, and Thinkorswim was right on. It's like I got a screenshot of it. It's like the price indicated on my chart is like 8 to 10 minutes behind what the actual price is. So it makes,
Did you try doing like removing some indicators? What I did for today is like I removed all indicators and went back to just the basics, because look, I had the order block one from the one that Pivotal uses, but I also have the one you use. I was trying them all.
That might be.
Yeah, it just might be too much. Another thing I'm trying today is to not have the Thinkorswim open, just to see, because I need to have Teams open for work. Thinkorswim, Teams is pretty heavy. I don't know why. Plus Thinkorswim plus Ninja, thinking maybe my CPU, my memory is just running too high. Because yesterday the fan was sounding like a
I had the
plane
same
taking
thing.
off.
Like,
Yeah.
I had to turn off live, but like I had live on and Top Step.
Mm.
Do you have that? Do you have like multiple turned on, or just do you have like similar turned on?
Not yesterday or the previous days.
Or
Because I
either
just got
using
Top
like
Step.
a trade
But
copier or something like that, maybe.
I got all of the above.
So I mean, that's the other thing that could be doing it, is if there's some kind of a data lag and your copier was having trouble initializing properly, that could also cause some interesting performance in Ninja as well.
And you betul. Okay, very good. Coba juga. Gimana nih? Ini demo ya.
The thing about the internet, all my charts were all Top Step. But,
Oi. Jadi pelan naik jika menunjukkan input value. Kata dia ini guys. Jangan kaki dikasih. Tahu bukan.
Lauren, I believe, can. The power. I always. Yeah.
Wait, when you do an update, do you lose any of your indicators that you have to reinstall?
no, and I did that latest update because Thor had mentioned that it looked like it had been a while since he updated. So I said, well, let me just check and see if there's a new version. And it looks like that new version, you can actually change the size of your trade indicator arrows and change the color. They're catching up with the 80s.
So where do you go to update? You go out of NinjaTrader just to the homepage, log in and click download?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a NinjaTrader page that you log into for your account. And it's kind of weird the way they do it. It's like you have your account, you log into it to trade, but I guess Thinkorswim does the same thing. And on that web page is where they have the updates, and it'll tell you what the latest version is. And then you just go to
What version do you have, Dwayne? I think mine's 8.1.3. Is there a newer one?
No, I think that's the latest one.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's 8.1.3.1.
And so I posted a screenshot of where you can actually change the size of those arrows now.
I saw that.
Two arrows on it, and it's kind of, it looks kind of hokey, but at least you have something you can see now. Before it was like you couldn't even see it.
So this is a later version because it says plot execution book about it. I have markers only, but it doesn't give me size. That's a data series, correct?
Yeah, at the very bottom.
Yeah, so
Now, most latest release is 1.4.1.
Oh, thank you.
okay, yeah, so we are behind one.
Yeah. Prior release was 3.
Thank
Well, I'm
you.
pretty happy with 1.3. I'm not having any issues. So
Well, I do like being able to change the size of those markers, so you can actually see where your trade was. Because the way it is now, you can get text on the candle, but it puts it at the edge of the candle, so you don't really get any idea. And that marker they put on there is a joke. I mean,
I'm with you, Blaine, on that one. That's always annoyed me.
and it's not a funny joke.
No, it's not hilarious. Not
Ooh,
acceptable.
you can connect Schwab to it with a 4 point.
yeah, I remember a little while ago they were saying they're gonna be able to connect your Schwab.
Yeah, I mean, they used to be able to do with TOS, so I mean, that just,
Now, what do you guys think about this? So this is version 8 of NinjaTrader. What if they come out with a version 9? Does that mean all of our indicators that we paid for will not transfer over?
It depends on how much of an upgrade it actually is. I think those, like from 7 to 8 to 9, those are usually major upgrades. I know I had some indicators in 7 that I actually had to kind of port over to 8 because they wouldn't work. It depends on how radical of an upgrade it is, but I would think the ones that we paid for, that depends on the company, I guess. It's up to them.
You can also, with 4.1, freeze your time of sale if you hover over it, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
You could do what for your time in sales?
Huh?
You could do what on your time in sales?
So if you hover over it, it will automatically freeze at that time when you hover over it.
I was wondering if there were some other nice, good things. I guess I could read the stuff that
Here's
that they provide. Actually read it.
here's
It's getting better and better.
Yeah, you have the ability to adjust the markers, you have arrows. They fixed a bunch of bugs.
Oh, no. Today is going to be a interesting. I don't know if I have a lot or anything that pops out to me right now, like out of the gate, that I'm just like ready to get involved with. Most of the tickers I'm looking at that I'm interested in seem to be a bit away from where my ideal locations to get involved are. I'm kind of, I'll be interested to see how Meta plays, by the way. Lauren, did you hear the Meta, they were talking about Facebook, like what they're going to be doing with the censorship stuff?
Honestly, I don't trust it at all. Facebook is a CIA operation. If you read about the history of Facebook,
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't believe it at all. But on a good note, they hired Dana White as
Yeah,
one
that's
of
what I'm
the
saying. They put Dana White into the board, which is pretty interesting.
That is kind of interesting. I don't trust Facebook at all.
I kind of, not for nothing, I think Facebook is a really interesting example of what happens when the structure, the higher end of a company. I think Zuckerberg was really young. I don't think he had a lot of experience, and basically found himself basically at the time like on the leading edge of the most powerful, information dissemination platform basically on the planet at the time. And then I do believe the government rolled in there deep and basically said, if you don't do what we tell you to do, we're gonna make stuff tough for you. And unfortunately, I just don't think at the time he had the back. I think he actually Zuck might be quite a bit more conservative leaning than you would imagine. I just think he got put in between a rock and a hard and a nuclear spot.
Yeah, once the CIA took interest in it, like it was out of his hands at that point.
Like you actually have like White House like media correspondent or White House media manager or whatever messaging him privately saying you need to censor this right now and stuff like that. Like whoa, like that's crazy.
Read about Facebook, and he originally started it just a way to rake like chicks on, I think it was the Harvard campus,
like a college deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little college deal. Just a cool little kid who ended up becoming a super rich dude, and then got caught up in I think there was a lot of government pressure. I think there was probably a time he thought if he didn't do what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, it goes with the Winston Churchill saying, if you're 20 and you're not a liberal, you don't have a heart. If you're 40 and you're not conservative, you don't have a brain.
Yeah. So and I think now as he's getting older, maybe some of the political pressures are off. He's starting to loosen that up. But I think if anything, I think it was sometimes we need to experience things like that so we know what not to do.
Yeah, I love that saying.
And hopefully this will be one of those moments for us.
Well, at least he looks more human with his new do, his hair.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't look like a lizard person anymore.
Well, he got a little tan going.
Yeah, and he's kind of buff.
Yeah, he's been hitting the gym. Obviously, taking some testosterone or something.
Okay.
Maybe a little lion's mane.
Yeah, lion's mane mushroom. Yep.
It's good stuff. Lion's mane's great. Yeah, I use lion's mane.
Those are two pretty different examples, though. Lion's mane to testosterone.
Yeah. Lion's mane's great for focus and blood flow.
It's a gateway drug.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
start with the lion's mane, then the marijuana.
Hey, Mark. Haven't
And
seen
then
you in a while.
TCP right after that. The next day.
And then methamphetamine.
We have the real Mark Douglas with us today.
Straight to it.
Mark in the house?
Yeah.
Hey,
There he goes.
hey, Thor, I'm in New York.
Nice.
Yep.
Sounds so nice. I named it twice.
Only 25 degrees here.
I mean, it's 40 here, so it's not bad. I have a heated jacket if you want me to send it to you.
31. We got down to 27. That's crazy.
Go any further north than I am right now.
Did I hear -6?
Yeah, that's me.
Minute to go. Y'all in? Y'all done?
Yeah. Can I get a -7? Can I get a -7?
Minute to go,
Yeah,
minute to go.
Well, feels like negative. How about it
Come
feels
on,
like
Canadian
negative
brothers
12?
and sisters, let's go. Put it in Celsius and shut us up.
You will lock our brains.
26 in Dallas.
They're like, it's 0 degrees. And I'm like, what does that mean?
And if you speak French, we'll disconnect everything.
Je m'appelle Lawrence. I know, like, I took 2 semesters of French in high school for really no good reason, actually, in hindsight. Like, thinking about it, I was going to school in Florida. What was I thinking? Like, why didn't I take Spanish? So stupid. Anyway, I thought French was more interesting. Now ask me, did I ever have an intention of going to France or Paris? Oh, I'll answer me. No, I didn't. So it's just really just like, they were like, you need to take an extra language, pick one. I was like, I'll do French. And they're like, you sure you don't want to do Spanish? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. They're like, sure. I don't know.
Half of Florida is like a Spanish-speaking country.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it would have been like, would have been great. Like, for instance, I have an entire Spanish copy of my book that someone helped me do that I can't publish because I have no way of telling if they actually did it right. Like I can't just publish it under my name. I don't have a verification process. Like, they could have like mistranslated the whole thing. Like, I don't think.
You could throw that in ChatGPT, it'll be done in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, that makes me nervous. Then it's gonna end up on Amazon before I can post it. ChatGPT is like, oh yes, I went ahead and scanned that. The grammar was a little bit off, but Amazon liked it and I posted it for you. I went ahead and created new images. I hope you like it. Like, no. Okay, that'd probably be a good idea, actually. Oh.
I took a year of French in high school because that's where all the pretty girls were and the teacher was hot. All I remember is a lot.
Maybe that's why I did it. Maybe I did it because the teacher was hot. She was an attractive French teacher.
I don't know what it is, but the hot girls like to be able to learn to speak French.
From the French, and then yeah, you're right. That is kind of where they went. Like, where's the biblioteca?
I can say all is well and how is John? Mobile John and alors tout va bien. That's all I remember.
I got Je m'appelle Thor. Oh, you're right. I didn't learn it, did I? 2 semesters of it and nothing. Absolutely nothing. Obviously, I was not focused on French.
Y'all kiss different, right?
Yeah, I'm like, what is that? You got different bread?
I like it.
Speaking of freezing, Nathan. So I was talking with Nathan. So we're gonna we had a friend of ours who owns a VRBO up in Virginia near the like Massanutten ski resort area. So and they were just like, he's so stupid. Like he's like, hey, come hang out with us or whatever. And we got a VRBO. If you cover like the cleaning costs and stuff like that, we'll let you guys try it out. And I'm like, all right, sounds good. So I immediately went on my calendar and picked a date. So anyway, we're gonna go up there, and but I went ahead and got us tickets because I've technically never skied before. So I went ahead and got some tickets for some skiing while we're there. So it's gonna be pretty hilarious. I am gonna have someone record it, and with any luck, we will. I'm not gonna take a Thor cape this time, but with any luck.
Oh, you should.
We're gonna record it falling down.
Have you ever snowboarded?
No.
Never.
Oh, never. Oh. I've never
No.
skied, but I love snowboarding.
When the last time I was around snow, like was no, not true. When I was like 20 something, I spent one winter season in Virginia because my mom was living there. But it did not ski or snowboard during that winter. Other than that particular one very unusual moment, I had not seen snow in any capacity since I was like 11 or 12. And oddly enough, in South Carolina, not a lot of skiing. Because you need what are those things? Hills, mountains
Hill,
or something.
yep, you need at least a
You
hill.
need to go from up high to down low, and there ain't enough of that in South Carolina. So
I'm like the same here down in
It
Florida.
looks like a cool little place. I'm looking at the.
yeah, check it out, Massanutten
Pictures of it.
Ski Resort.
I've never heard of that.
I bought the 4 hour pass because I don't think the wifey and I will last longer than 4 hours, but it comes with like a 1.5 hour instruction, like on the baby slopes and shows you how to do it. And then you get your and then an unlimited lift pass.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna take my good day.
Dude, it's so fun. I mean, I'm sure skiing's the same, but I absolutely love snowboarding or being out in the snow.
So what do you
Yeah, just being
like?
outside.
Because I
Cool
think
weather.
skiing for me sounds great because you got these little sticks you can hold on to. But then, like snowboarding seems to be something everyone really enjoys more.
Have you ever skated like on a
Yeah.
skateboard? Well, so
No,
then you're
I'm
you're
horrible on skateboards.
Oh, you are.
Jackson.
It's like, yeah, icy and sub-zero.
No, it's just when it's -20, dude, it's just cold.
Oh,
Hey, watch. Look where R3 just came on NVIDIA. R3 just came down and kissed right on the HDR just came down and kissed on R3. If they don't squeeze from here, they move much lower than this. They're not going to be able to rally back to R3 without the HDR. So if they move lower than this, they'll probably commit to a movement all over this, which unfortunately will kind of screw this one. So hopefully they're going to rally right here. But watch, look how the look at that. Look how the ATR response is. Isn't that wild?
yep.
On NVIDIA, look how they bought because it's not because of where they were going. It's because of where they need to get.
I think.
That's so wild. But we'll see if they go up and do that. But it's so wild to see them do that.
No,
They do it like all the time. Come on, get up there. I really want to see this thing get up to 145, 60 to set right there. That artery. That's such a sweet spot. But the market is not looking very strong at all.
Interesting high HDR stuff.
So like it looks like it's selling. Yeah. If you know my hands doing nothing.
Did you look at A&P?
Yeah.
Cool takeout.
That's cool breakout. I don't know. I didn't because it had already been high in the pre-market.
Yeah.
So I kind of went off of it because it had to, but I mean, it does not look like that is currently an issue. So, whatever. Look at the order books, it's really bearish. A lot of it on the book. I really like your decision.
I was watching it at the market open and what you're calling the green game.
Yeah.
It completely turned the book part turned completely green. The volume was pretty good.
Oh man, that's great.
It was almost like a polar opposite.
That's what I meant. That's fun.
What percentage are you using right now for the order book imbalance?
0.75
1.7. Okay.
on average.
Or not to ask you in,
No, you're not gonna come up and hang out.
no, I gotta be at a show in Tokyo.
Well, that's a pretty good place.
I like Tokyo. It's a cool place.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is gonna be my eighth trip there.
Oh, wow. That's for Microsoft?
Yeah, that's why I'm in New York. I have to come back here at the end of January for their show, so I'm here thinking out this second.
Cool. Exciting.
Yeah, and then the next month I'm going to Bangalore.
Oh, that sounds like fun too. Bangalore.
Oh,
That's
It
what
was
she
supposed to
said.
be in Mumbai, and then they moved it. It could get moved back to Mumbai.
You got that thought,
I got
huh?
Pretty glad.
Thank you. At least someone thought it.
That's all you get for that one. So. Oh, that sounds hilarious.
Are there more sounds with Nitro?
We can actually do our own. Like, we can do custom.
Oh, dude.
We got bored.
We need one to Mark Douglas saying, I see nothing here. I just don't see it.
Or if you can't see it, I got nothing. I can't help. You know, Lauren, with Nitro, you can do 4K streaming and bigger uploads.
Oh, it's
like $100 a year.
Well, it's not bad. Maybe I'll do that because when I try to do uploads, I usually have to send a Dropbox or transfer link. Because the file is too big.
Still holding. US, I think they should still try to drive this up to R3 to sell it on R3. Netflix just got up to R3 and threw some volume. The order book's still a little low. But in the right spot if the market you decide to sell them, they're going to have volume. I like looking for something that's still in the exactly like body. NVIDIA sort of things.
Looks like both sides are like 180.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
right.
really bizarre,
Is there
right?
another news, Lauren? Did you say?
It's 10:30, the
With
10:30
stuff?
crude oil inventories. Yeah, Job claims at 8:30, but yeah, there's nothing unless Fed Waller is still speaking, but I think he's done already.
The order
It's
book
just
on
like-
NVIDIA is like keeps flipping back and forth in balance. Like the market seems quite indecisive right now.
It's like the sellers really don't want to come in and the buyers don't do the first. So everybody's looking at one another.
On Forex Factory, I see 2 p.m. FOMC.
I don't see that on any financial group. Oh, no, you're right. I do, yeah, you're right. Yeah, 14 FOMC meeting minutes. That's what it is.
When does that come out?
2 o'clock.
2 p.m.
Oh.
10 a.m. Wholesale inventories, 10:30 crude oil inventories.
Yeah, no, tomorrow being an off day, they probably are waiting for it 2 o'clock before they make a decision.
Kind of like MYM down there. MYM's lower range, wide range, sitting right near S4. The order book's actually pulling in some massive upside. Right at S4.
Just a target on it. Nice.
Boys. Good work. Way to lean into the book. Wow. I told you NVIDIA was starting to look bearish.
What do you think, Alex?
Good job, Mohammed.
Nvidia's getting saucy. It's just sometimes watching the time and sales on this Nvidia at the open is just nuts.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
Oh.
300 on SQ.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. If they swept pre-market lows already, and we're back down there, do we disqualify the fact that they already did it, or do we recapture it as kind of like an area of interest with that loan?
Well, it could be an area of interest to get long.
Definitely an area of interest to get longer.
Okay.
Well, because you think you set off of S3 basically right at 8 o'clock, and it did a big grab, right? Boom, 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 boom. They grabbed a lot there, and then we pulled back and set a low at 21,288.
Yep.
Right. So that would be the low to sweep if you were going to sweep a low. Or go all the way down to even sweep the S3. So, but in this instance, we set a new low, something more like around, what was it? It started at about 835.
Yep.
And it set a new low, and that was in the 21,315-ish area.
Yeah.
So we just went down and swept that, which is basically like the 830 all the way till now. Swept that, and then yoinked right off of it.
Okay. Well,
I think Ram's got that S3 bottom.
Really nice.
Where today you mean?
Yeah, was that earlier in the day?
I got the London Open. So
Okay.
at 3 we had a manipulation, and I brought it back towards Asia session high.
Came right back to the 50 there on NQ. which there's I forget which daily level is this block. By a tag. We may not be the volume since the open's been fairly consistent. Still kind of not yet. Yeah.
Mine is gonna stay around here until the Fed.
I could see this thing still getting to R3 by the time the Fed comes in.
Yeah, you might want to push it higher so that they could, don't they? After the Fed hits. Buy to sell. Market maker trap.
See what happens right here.
I'm just hovering right on the spot. What are you thinking, Mark? What do you see? What is? Oh, I think it's gone.
We got a moment of truth here on MQ. If they're going to buy out, they need to do it like the right.
New candle open above VWAP on the 15th.
Struggling a bit, but they
It
seem
is.
to be fairly intent on buying right now.
I think this next back open price at least 386.
They're struggling to buy this the 213 3 6 UL, whatever that level is. They're struggling.
Yeah, they're sweeping that 50. It looks like it's too low. 150. They'll get to those 100 levels and the 50 levels just go up and down and up and down. Like it's doing right now.
Lauren,
Yes.
I used to trade, thinking I actually knew the all the time. I haven't placed the trade, and I'm like, I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I used to try and trade this, which it's not trading.
It's not. Unless you're a scalper or something, but even then.
Yeah, it does.
Now, that first 15-minute channel was pretty bullshit.
Yeah, it's a long look at doji. Oh no, that's a 945 one.
It's just like a continuation of the yo-yo price action we had yesterday. Yesterday was crazy. Up, down, up, down.
This one is kind of easy for me.
I think it's going to need to get down to S4 if it's going to become a buy on MQ. I don't think they've swept low enough. I mean, they could rally here ahead of the news, I suppose. But we were really not in the right place to buy on MQ. Although it may buy from here, there is a buyer that is coming in off of like 21,300 pretty regularly. So, and if they decide to squeeze the weakness, try and get this up a little higher before the, whatever's later today, that might be their thing. But so far, most of our volume, when we do have volume, is not coming in wrong. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, like the last candle was higher volume. It was more on the buy side.
Long like it showed you, with more buying volume on the last festival candle.
It's hard to read, man. This is some crappy price action.
Like Dwayne always said, don't diddle in the middle.
Yeah, don't diddle in the middle. God, I like that.
Yeah, it's memorable, right?
Don't ask
So,
me how I know that.
We need to put together a very small, merch shop with some trading memorabilia and have a couple of those, like have a range top,
Oh,
range
yeah.
bottom, and then don't diddle in the middle.
oh my God, that's a pretty big joint. Yeah, we have Mark Douglas. I got nothing up here. You got
I got
diddle in the
nothing.
middle.
Don't diddle in the middle.
We have to put Dwayne's face in the middle of it too, then.
Oh, diddle in the middle.
I like it.
Oh, no, I like this. That would be great. Do like some poker chips and custom poker chips and stuff.
You know what we'd have to have for you, Nate? We'd have to have Bubble Lord.
Oh, it's just bubble wrap. Just send you some bubble wrap. Overpriced bubble wrap.
Blue jacket made out of bubble.
There you go. Blue bubble wrap jacket.
Excellent for an open short.
Yeah, acts like it's buying, but it's still selling. I'm gonna buy here over 143, but
I wouldn't touch the price action with it. 10 foot.
oh no, I'm just watching.
This is combine account killer right here. Try to get in.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
No, look at the 15 though. We have a bunch of equal size there.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, and
Yeah, so I'm looking to see what's gonna happen if we go there, you know? Yeah.
I do think we're gonna go there, but Leslie, on the hourly,
We're rejecting open price and PDC on NQ over and over and over.
I'll send you a screenshot of my hourly. I got some equal lows marked on my hourly, just screaming out. I'll send this to you. No, it can equal highs and lows.
So notice, like Lauren, we have the open price for NQ, which is the 21.36. Basically, have hit it. So we probably need to sweep it. You know what I mean? Like that's like kind of the thing they like to do. So again, now the question is, does that sweep go all the way up to like R3? You know what I mean? Like how is that going to work? And that'll be an interesting thing to see. Or do they just reject it again? See what I mean? They keep going right. So this is what we're working with: open price and PDC. This is the line. Like the PDC is being the king right now.
Yeah.
But we need to get down to S4 and look right where our ATR low is. Right. So if we move lower, we can't go higher. You know, because if we go lower, we're basically going to commit to going lower because our ATR will get dragged all the way down in the range. So if they move lower below like 21.12 and hit into S3, they're going to basically commit to a zone. If that makes sense.
I think we're more likely to hit sell side liquidity first.
Yes, I agree with you, Brandon, because I marked some equal lows, and on the hourly, if you look, it's we knocked into a footprint at 9 o'clock, and then we made a lower high. I mean, big hourly candles. I mean, to me, honestly, this looks like it's sweeping the whole range right here. Maybe go back below yesterday's lows.
Okay.
280. So you just took off those lows from 945, so it's probably gonna go lower.
This will likely not be a sweep. If we get much lower than this, we will likely not be sweeping.
You have to commit to go lower, right?
We'll likely be mid. So, which is a big thing, especially watch the volume quite a bit.
I'm looking for a play from 21 to 20 or 21 140.
Here we go, here's a lower low.
I think if we move much lower than this, it would be a bit of a stress for us.
Yeah, also any longer time for on the LTF range, we are in a buying range.
Right.
If you look at the 15 minutes.
Okay.
So we should be looking for a long.
Well, not necessarily. We sell through buying ranges all the time. So, but the directionality should be better in the buying. So if you can get a buy, that movement should be more enjoyable. So, but I mean, we're technically in a lower relationship day to day. So, this is part of the reason why we're getting such crappy action, right? We have a range that's more conducive for buying with a market that seems to be more prone for selling. You put those together, things get pretty sketchy pretty fast.
Sure, is this the setup for AMD or just in the A?
For AMG.
Yeah, meaning like accumulation manipulation.
Oh, sorry.
Looks like it on that window.
I'm not gonna touch this at all.
We rejected
Me neither.
December's monthly R4 as well as this month's R4 on Q's. Yes, 2 days ago. Sold like hot things. So, I mean, and we sold with volume after selling with volume in the prior month. I would say we're already in this one excited.
Awesome.
So I think the manipulation part may have already happened as well. I just think I think we sold a lot yesterday. So and if you'll notice on the daily, we're bumped up right on top of the 50 SMA on the daily.
Oh my.
So I just think there's going to be a lot of support right here. There was a buyer here before because we had a decision, but we swept that buyer already once and it went up. So I do think if we below the NQ or the QQQ, if we get the low below the previous day's low, they closed red. I don't know the edgeable on that, but I'm pretty sure it's like a 3/4 range.
Right,
It's really hot.
yeah.
So if they can, that's what I mean by if they move much lower, they're going to commit with a spread. They're going to start selling. They'll go. They could run out and do this again. So, but it's a wide day, so that's less likely to occur, right? So I was just kind of thinking maybe sell down to S4. They got 21. Maybe get down here, sell off really hard. You got HER low. It went right down to 21.020. You come down there, buy it 21.100, and then close out around 21.200, somewhere in there. Call it done.
Google's being the honey badger today.
Google, man. I was looking.
People don't care today.
Yeah, what a gap fill. It's just a gap fill coming right back to PG3 basically.
And it's been mostly just selling.
Hey, Tori, can you post the Calendly link? Someone's having a problem making an appointment. I try to get into it and it says this month isn't available.
Oh, thanks. Let me see.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, that's great. Thanks for letting me know.
Put an Eskimo wants to make a new appointment. putting the Eskimo bits here. Everybody's gonna jump for joy. Yeah, what I tell you, an account killer. So here, no good. No good.
Just be watching. This is
Yeah,
happening.
just
and I'm
watch.
paying attention,
So
yeah.
tomorrow's a day off. We have Fed minutes at 2. There might not be much available until, well, just let the market tell you. If it's not obvious, don't interact.
Yeah, the
Or
one
maybe
thing
look
you
at
don't
some
wanna
other
do-
ticker, look at gold or YM or.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want to do on a day is give up a perfectly good day for me, you know.
Maybe look at hog bellies or corn futures. Just kidding.
I've been watching. I've been watching crude, and I see that it
Yeah,
respects
pretty good.
really well. So I took
Yeah,
it.
yeah, pretty good.
Depends
Took a
on
short
trading
in the
places.
Did they trade hog bellies or corn futures?
I think that's what they did. They did hog bellies on that. I think that was the trade that he did that impressed them so much.
I think the ticker for corn is CORN. You see.
Not KORN. That's a coin I'd like to.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
The one that has these beans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, corn F. CORNF. Corn futures. And then the micros XP. Mini corn futures. Corn F.
Oh shit.
Look at the hog bellies. Right here. Might be just hog or something.
Yeah, Calendly just decided
Oh, it is.
didn't want to be connected to my like mail account anymore. So the reason it wasn't working, it wasn't synced
Oh, okay.
with my personal mail account. I think it.
Okay. Want to maybe put the link in the mentoring chat or something? Good. Or maybe let me see if I can get it there.
This should be the same. It'll be the same link. It's the Calendly.com.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, thank you.
It looks like it's working.
Yeah, yeah, I was able to get it. So,
Yeah.
thank you, Doris.
No problem.
No,
It's not perfect. Like I think it's supposed to like check if it's like a holiday and stuff, and not let people book on holidays. But for some reason,
Yeah, unfortunately, the last one I booked was December 25th, and then rescheduled it for January 1st. So our next one's on January 7th at 12. But so I'm just looking at lean hog futures.
Here we go. No, that's wrong. चलो done already. Oh my God. Oh my
We're nowhere near there. We're right back in the middle. At least I'm not into you. Well, we keep going right back to opening price on instrument settings. PDC.
NVIDIA's just got a lot of volume, I don't agree.
Lower range, right? Right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
NVIDIA is. That's Tesla. Yeah, it's getting a lot of volume. And I don't know if it's a pullback or. Okay.
God.
So that does look like a sweep of those equal highs, and there was a footprint up there on the 50-minute, on the hourly too. There's a fair value gap right there.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, I'm not trusting the APRs right now because yesterday the sold off for like $20-something.
It was, yeah. It was
Okay,
APRs.
because they know.
His APR is like 5 or something.
It was like 14, something like that. 53, 153 down to about 140 where it is now. 13.
Nothing low and video.
Book map it is totally.
No. Google are holding though. Just trying to sell now though.
Hey, does anybody know if I draw a line on a chart in Ninja, is there a way to get it to show up on all my charts?
Yeah. Right click on the line
Okay,
and then go to properties. And you can see under general, it says attach to, and then it says MNQ something. Click on the MNQ something and then go to MNQ March 25, all charts.
I'm sorry, I had clicked on the wrong thing. Can you go through that? So I clicked on the line, I'm in properties.
Yeah, and then you see under general, you see attach to, you see MNQ March and then your chart. Click on that, and then there is one which says all charts.
Oh, don't see it, but okay, I'll play around with that. I don't see all charts.
What I can show you. One moment. Share my screen. I think this is my MQ. So let me get my mouse. Here, where's my mouse? Here. So here's the line.
Yep.
Right click. Properties.
Yep.
And here attach to.
Yep.
All charts.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yep.
But are you showing how you can put multiple without instrument on the same chart?
No, how you can draw a line and
You
get
can put them on all the charts. Oh, I see
Yeah.
that.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So I was just in Jesse's room, Casper, and a number of people did catch the exact same trade that Robin did, but Casper didn't catch it, so he's just ending his day. So just to let you know, even sometimes the professionals, the big guys, they don't They don't get into trades either. They miss it. But there were some people in his room that were posting basically the same trade that Robin and O caught. That's happened to the 15-minute fair value gap and the hourly fair value gap. That and the sweep of 400. Pretty obvious. The reason I didn't take it, because, you know, I really like to follow the rules of don't diddle in the middle. Sounds funny, but it's such a memorable quote. Like, you know, it would have worked, but it wasn't very obvious to me until after it swept 400 and went down, and at that point, it was too late. I mean, sometimes you got to do like, it's much easier to make a rule and do it 100% of the time than to do it like 85% of the time. Meaning, if you make a rule, just follow the rule. And if I don't like to trade from the middle out, I probably, you know, probably best just to stick to that rule. Do I miss some trades? Yeah, but at least I don't lose them. Pretty obvious though. I'm glad that Robin got it. His entry was perfect.
If it comes back, if it doesn't sweep, if it comes back, I might take it.
You want to take a short?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it might be sweeping to come back up to it. You go low. Buy your don't kind of thing.
We had this choke on the 3 minutes, and we have a new order block on the 5 minutes.
Yep.
So
on the 5 minute. Oh yeah, I see it up there. Oh, you're right. Yeah, so that order block is showing you that smart money has entered. So I posted a screenshot with that big red bubble, that order flow plus package. And we did see a pretty major reaction once that 770 contracts got dumped. But now it's coming right back into the range. But yeah, if it comes back to the order block, it could be good. But again, I'm not gonna touch it.
Ram, I'm waiting exactly for that. What you showed me before. I'm looking for that 50% retracement.
nice.
And it
I'm looking for. Yeah, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I'm looking for a little bit more than 50%. I think that the RVR for the 50% is not enough.
Yeah.
I'm looking in between the 618 and the 78.
Yeah, that's the OTE, right?
And there's also an inverted 3 minute fair value gap.
That's what's known as the OTE, the 61 to 78.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll try that better then. I moved it up to 6180.
Yeah, because that's deeper in discount or deeper in premium, which is,
Yeah.
you know, which you won't use, if it goes below 50 and you don't get a reaction, but then it gets down there, that's like deep discount or deep premium. We're all learning so much, huh? Even if we're not like me, even if we're not trading, still learning. Still observing, still learning.
And I'm okay with like missing trades.
I'm totally fine with not missing trades. I
mean, missing trades, I didn't lose any money, so no
oh
harm.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
No big deal. Yesterday was a good day for me, so today it could be a zero trade day. I don't care.
Yeah.
Kind of have to have a really objective attitude towards this stuff. If it matters too much to you, it's going to be really frustrating.
That's a good point. That's a very good
I
point.
mean, I remember back when I was trading stocks, on days like this, before like it was directional, I'd be like 17, 20 trades deep and like way in the red. And like if I get 0 trades in a day, I'm fine. Much better than 17 and 25. So on Witch, it was a pretty obvious interaction with S3. And then the second 50-minute candle didn't sweep with the wick right below the previous one. And that could have been a deep buy. So 50, well, the top of it, 326, 75 points, pretty bad. Well, me with the 50-point stop, like, that's not even a full 2R. So, for me, that's not worth it. Too expensive to get in and not enough R. Potential. Like in the old days, I feel like I was missing out. I'm like, oh, I just got to get in, even though it's like halfway through the candle, I see buying. But trading on emotion is gambling. Trading on logic and reason is trading. I don't want to be a gambler. I want to be a trader.
I mean, it's the thing about ORBs is they're exciting. They move fast.
But is there any real logical reason to it other than you're just hoping and praying that the next candle is going to continue above the other one? Sometimes when you see a real big push up, it goes up and the next candle goes down.
That's how I felt when trading ORBs. Just like,
I have a whole trade book on ORBs. I was working with Carlos at first, and something never sat right with me. That's the nice thing about the cam pivot systems. I had targets finally. Not just the way to get in, but I had targets to hold for. Whereas the orbs, like, I just start partialing as soon as it started going up, and then, it would work out some days, and some days it wouldn't. It just felt too arbitrary, too much like gambling. But, if you're like a tape reader, or if you've been in the market for like 10 years like Andrew has, you kind of have an instinctual feel for things.
And I think you kind of have to have that.
You have to, yeah, when you're trading those kind of like high risk strategies, you really got to know what you're doing. Like, you got to.
And when you're only looking 10, 20, 30 to 50 cents. And
exactly. Yeah, because if Andrew goes in with, $5 million position, he only needs 10 cents to make like what? 50,000?
Yeah. I'll tell you, I pay a lot less than fees now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you scalp like that, you have to have a large account, otherwise it just doesn't add up. So like Andrew, yeah, you can get 10 cents and you'll be like, you'll be loving this.
I mean, they're fun. Like, it's exciting. I think that's part of it for people, and they want to do it sexy. So,
well,
Rangers aren't sexy.
You really have to be like a mature, experienced trader that has just observed like the market for like 5, 10 years. Well, like 10 years, I would say. Or be like Paris, like we're really good at reading the tape.
Yeah, oh yeah. Or like Avi. Avi's really good at reading games. He doesn't even have moving averages on his charts anymore. He doesn't put any rolls in.
I've noticed some of the most successful big guys, they don't even have volume on their chart. They don't have anything. They're just pure price action traders. And that takes a lot of experience, a lot of time in the saddle to really get a feel for that. That's definitely not me. Like it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit my personality either. I like knowing, like pretty much knowing, or using reasonable logic to figure it out, than take a trade and just hold for the full range play. That's kind of how I like to do it.
Yeah, I enjoy this kind of trading like so much more.
It's not scary, right? The other one of my lords
Just
sometimes scary.
you just got to be.
My hand would almost be shaking on the mouse. I'd be all hunched over. My shoulders would be hunched over. I'd be like leaning into the chart, like hoping, like Andrew says, an inshallah trade, like God willing trade. That's just not fun.
Well, I just I've been telling everybody, especially in my book now, BBT classes, which I have one today. You guys will know. What's that, man? It's after Thor in the webinar room, so noon Eastern webinar room. I tell people, I think of my charts and like book map like mirrors in a car. I look back for price action and levels and where things happen. I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and on book map, I'm looking up and down the book. Those are my side mirrors. Just constantly checking around me, being aware of what's going on, and this kind of trading gives you that opportunity to actually like check your surroundings, like what's going on, what's happening. You don't get caught up so micro. Like take everything in.
So if you see, we did take out some equal lows. I didn't see this earlier on the hourly.
ES swept. Oh yeah, it swept pre-market low.
So that's why it's going up now, because it swept that liquidity.
Yeah, NQ's holding. It didn't sweep lower.
It is.
But it still might.
It's right back in that freaking middle area again. Going back to Weebot.
I hope it will. Well, it's still got this big order that keeps building. NQ down at 150. 150. And it's still trying to sell.
He's back at that 300 level. Loves those hundreds. Swept 400 above, went down to 300. Now it's just hovering around there, looking for buyers and sellers. Are you long, Brad?
No, I'm looking to take it short.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're waiting for it to come a little bit higher.
Here it comes.
Whoa.
That was some volume right here. Oh, was that a new high? Was that because it made a new high? I only have a 30-minute chart up on it.
I love the 30-minute chart. I
Usually
love all the charts.
I sleep with them.
Do you?
I turn them out every night. I sleep with them. I have that could be something for the store, like pillowcases with like charts on them. You sleep with your charts.
Yeah, practice. That could be fun. We should think about doing that.
I think it would be. I see people like it.
Wear a hat or shirt that says "Don't Diddle" in the middle. Most people wouldn't know what it means, but if the traders, and if they had some kind of like, charts on it, people that knew, they would laugh.
No, I like it. I like the idea. Apple, man. Apple's a honey badger right now. We're just trying to catch up to them.
What would Corey say in the, what does the order book say? Or, I don't know. He said so many cool things. I'm seeing absorption here. It's a little bit long, a little bit funky. We'll figure out something for Thor's merch.
I like that hat, man. I think I might have to steal it.
How about Yoink?
Deal with hat.
How about Yoink for Thor? Yoink.
Oh, yoink. Yeah, I like that one.
That's a good one.
It's all says yoink, or exclamation point.
Yeah, with maybe a little, like some shark right behind it. Yoink. I like that one. It goes with the don't diddle in the middle. It's very memorable and kind of silly, but memorable, you know. You know, I gotta say, my time here with you guys is some of the most enjoyable times of my day.
Same for me.
Being right here with you guys.
Same for me. You watch Cletus McFarlane on YouTube?
No. What's
he's a car guy down in Florida, and he has a shop, and he modifies and does like crazy stuff to cars.
Okay.
And he's basically like him and his buddies, or like me and my buddies from back home in Southern Illinois, and like stuff we would do if we could, have like the YouTube channel.
Originally?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm from Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I graduated from Art Institute of Chicago, and then I went all over from Southside Chicago to Schaumburg, Hoffman Estates, Elgin.
Schaumburg's nice.
Yeah, that's where my dad. That's where I grew up in Schaumburg.
Yeah, I had a buddy I went to college with who was from Schaumburg, and he always said like great things about Schaumburg. I was just like Chicago, yeah.
Very, very suburban. Yeah, and then I went to college in Chicago.
Yeah, I didn't get accepted to St. Louis College of Pharmacy when I was Purdue was the other one I was going to submit an application to, and then the University of Chicago School of Pharmacy was on my list, but I got accepted. So, and I was a legacy at my school, so kind of really the only one I wanted to go to get in.
Yeah, thinking about Illinois is like Midwestern, but the thing is, people are really friendly and nice there.
Oh yeah, Christy went home with me, and she came home with me for the first time. Me and my family and everybody there. She's like, everybody here is like so nice.
Yeah.
I was like, I know, like this is how I grew up. That's why I don't understand when people are like being crazy and mean for no reason, or just because. I'm like, it just doesn't make sense to me because I didn't grow up like that. I grew up with people just being nice to each other and helpful and friendly, and enjoy seeing them. Yeah, it's different.
So you've experienced the crazy Illinois weather. Like I remember some days where it'd be like -10, but the wind chill was like -40.
Dude, the wind chill in Cleveland and Chicago, I'm sure Buffalo, I never been to Buffalo, is just ridiculous. I mean, the wind could just pick up a little bit.
I remember -70s sometimes.
Yeah,
back then, I'd go to school, I'd wash my hair in the morning, I'd get on the train, and then I'd have to walk from Union Station. Well, I could take the bus, but it would take forever. So I'd walk 8 blocks to Michigan Avenue, and my dreads would be frozen.
Yeah, it's off the lake. It is, it would get bad in Southern Illinois because it would still be kind of humid, and you'd walk outside and it'd be so cold it feels like your soul's frozen and like leaving your body. And you'd walk in downtown Chicago in the winter and you'd get like just a little bit of wind, and you're like pretty sure your soul like it just got blown away. But that cold because you can't feel anything. Like, oh wow. It's like jumping. It's like almost jumping into the lake. It's like almost what it feels like. You just jumped into the lake. It's, oh man. And no sun from like November to mid-March.
I know. Yeah, that was the hard part about it.
It was the same way in Singapore.
That kind of life, builds character, right? Toughens you up a bit.
That's what, like right now, it's sunny, no clouds outside here. And I didn't even know the sun shone in the winter, shone. And English is not my best language. Until I came out to Colorado on a ski trip between semesters. I was like, what is this thing in the sky? It's cold outside and it's snow. There shouldn't be a sun out.
Well, yeah, snowbird days, those are the best times to snowboard.
Yeah, it's beautiful out today. Fresh snow out on the mountains.
I'm headed to Colorado on Friday.
Oh, you are? Where are you going?
Yeah, I'll be, you know where Progresso Springs is at?
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah, we went down there a few years ago. I haven't skied, man, but Wolf Creek, Wolf Creek gets buried. It's feet of snow at times.
Oh yeah, we usually go. I go up there to elk hunt in the like fall. So we got a little place up there. I haven't been skiing or snowboarding up there. We haven't been in the winter in a long time. We usually just go like in the summer or fall. But this year we're like, well, let's try and go in the winter.
Doesn't look like coming up.
I'm gonna try it out. I haven't snowboarded in like 3 or 4 years since I lived in Pennsylvania. So I'm gonna get back on and give it a shot.
Love snowboarding. Like one of the funnest things ever.
And yeah, I have a board I only use like twice. I have like brand new boots. I have everything I need. And then we moved and that's stuff you use in every year.
Yeah, that's my problem here. I got laceless boots. I got a really nice board. Yeah. But I'm in Florida. So.
Yeah, I'm in Texas. So
yeah, maybe a little bit of snow while you're there. It's just saying 0 to 1 all weekend, and then Thursday and Friday. Yeah, we do the snow. I've missed every powder day. We haven't had
that. Natter does it. Even if it's an icy day, it's still fun.
And it's different out here, like because they groom so well, and it's just so it's not really like that icy or that bad and stuff. But Steamboat, man, Steamboat's gonna get hammered. We're supposed to get 2 to 4 Friday night and 4 to 8 Saturday. Wow. I know. I might have to go over there.
Yeah.
We love going. We try to take a trip every year.
Is that close to Breckenridge, or is that way off?
No, it's probably like 2 hours northwest of Breckenridge. But
we usually go to like the Ouray, Telluride, Durango area.
Yeah, Telluride would be nice.
I've never been down to that. That's the only part of the state I've never been down to.
Yeah, and the most I did some elk hunt in Gunnison, like
Gunnison's nice.
Gets near Crested Butte, which we did some.
Crested Butte's beautiful.
Yeah, but
it's a good spot right there by the forest.
Yeah.
What caliber do you use to hunt elk?
I use what's called a 300 blackout, which is like
300 blackout, yeah. Harder hitting than
I have a lighter rifle.
It's a press rifle, right?
I had a lighter rifle, yes. I have a lighter rifle, but it's called a 6.5 PRC.
Yeah,
that's what
my brother-in-law has one of those.
They're very accurate, but they're not as big a caliber as you would want to.
Right.
But I use that for whitetail.
Yeah, for people who have never seen elk before, they are huge.
They are huge.
They're like a horse. They're like this nice bull.
So I usually go on bow hunt. Either
bow hunting. Oh, nice one.
Or and then we'll go back, and my father-in-law likes to do rifle hunting. He's not a big bow hunter, so we'll go back and do a rifle hunt.
You ever do musket?
No, I never did. And this year was actually the first year I saw. Well, it was last year. It was last September. That's when we went to Gunnison. We were actually right on the Mount Gunnison where we were hunting, and nobody was using bows. Everybody was using muskets. And we got to talking to one guy because I don't use the musket or anything. He's like, this thing can shoot like 200 yards accurately. I'm like, well, that's cheating. I'm not going to put the damn bow
I'm good for like 75 yards. I'm not taking, and that's it. That means you have to get very close to a big hill, and that's hard to do.
Yeah, my buddies, they do knife season. They just go out there with a big Bowie knife and jump on and ride it out.
Dude, some of the elkers is way too big.
Dude, they're like the size of a horse. It's scary when they like come out.
Dude, they smell like a horse.
Driving
It
at night,
smells like
out on the road.
if you jump them like in the pasture, like you can jump the herd when they're like in a pasture. If you go out there like before, daybreak, you get set up and you get right up on them. I mean, it smells like you're in a cattle lot. You literally think you're just surrounded by cattle. It's crazy, and it's just elk.
Elk is delicious.
It is. Oh man, backstraps.
Very
Backstraps are the shit.
That's the thing. I get 400 or 500 pounds of meat off an elk, whereas like a whitetail, I get 80. On a good buck, I get 500.
And it tastes so much better.
And that's a massive buck. They just don't do that. Be like that. Be good buck. Whereas like even like a young 4-point young elk, you're gonna get several hundred pounds.
Yeah, it's so much meat, you kind of have to process it in the field and take it out, right? 'Cause you don't want to.
Yeah, we do the backpack. We backpack when we both on the order it, and we deep dive if you have to.
Yeah, you guys do it in the field. Yeah, way too heavy.
Too heavy. Yeah, it's way too heavy. And then if you want to see the problem is you want to keep your cape and you want to keep your antlers and everything, and then like you roll that cape up and put it on your back. It's like, wait a second, I don't know if I want to keep this anymore. 10 miles deep in the backcountry.
You ever
been moose hunting?
No, I think we're just So the thing about moose, I never have done that, but my buddy in Idaho, he took down a moose and he gave me a bunch of the meat. Man, that was super stinky when I cook it.
Yeah, Amy. You gotta do it in like a soup.
Not so into moose. I love elk, not so into moose. But I appreciate it,
Bear is gamey too. The bear stew is good. That's like a good bear stew. Bear stew's good.
I've never had bear.
But yeah, moose and bear license are hard to get.
In Colorado, the black bear they've been doing. Actually, the black bear, I don't know if you do a ton, but they had that as a Class C add-on license, which is like if you get a Class A license, which is like your bull elk and your like mule and stuff, you can get a add-on that's a bear license. So last year I actually had it was only like $90 north of out of state.
Oh, okay. I know for a while it was hard to get. The moose license still hard to get.
I haven't tried for moose in Colorado.
Everybody's they have to put in like really early and okay did it.
Yeah, the draw. Yeah, I'm gearing up for the draw.
Colorado, I got buddies down in Colorado Springs, and like First Rifle is like huge. But they bow too, but they're always waiting for the draw.
That one now this year, that one's going to be draw only. So it's draw only for, and then I don't think you can. Yeah, I think it's just draw only where it has been like over the counter for out of state people. So I don't think I'll be able to both hunt Colorado this year. I'm gonna have to go to. I have some points in Wyoming and Montana. I'll try to go up there if I get drawn, but
I don't think people realize, but like about 70-80% of all conservation funding and national park funding comes from hunting licensing.
Yeah.
Dude, a Colorado bull license for out of state for me last year is $770.
Yeah, well,
I know. It's so much. Like if I got one, it wouldn't be anywhere near that.
In Idaho, for the elks, you have to get in. It's like a lottery. Some years you just can't even get it.
Well, that's most states. That's what I meant by like a draw. Like you have to enter a lottery. It's random. And in states like Colorado, there's certain units that you can't. If you have to purchase so many points, you can only buy like 1 point a year. And there's some units that are like 20 points, which means it'll take you 20 years to get enough points to even enter the draw for that unit. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why when people get their kids into it, they get them signed up early, so that, you know, by the time they're a little bit older, they'll be able to do that.
Actually, a good idea.
Yeah, do that for your son or daughter or whatever.
Yeah, because when you get, I'm 31, so now I get into it. 20 years from me, I'll be 50 something years old. I'm not going to be on the backpack and bow hunting everywhere. I don't want to go sit in the stand. Yeah, I can't wait to snowboard. I'm gonna bring the board though. I can't wait to go.
So fun. It's like one of the funnest things ever. I love
So
it.
relax.
Yeah, sometimes when you're going down like kind of some you know, off the beaten path kind of trails, and you're just going by yourself, and you're going down the mountain, no one's around you, or picking up some powder here and there. It's just like you said, it's like meditative almost.
But that's why I love it. It's like my peace. If I'm stressed out or whatever, I just go and get it, like, some runs in, or if it's a powder day, dude, after like a great powder day, I'm usually stoked and in a great mood, and whatever was bothering me is probably gone.